Hey everyone, Nick here, and this is our first Q&A session from An Idea for an App. Today I'll answer a question I get asked by everyone approaching me with a new idea. How much does it cost to make an app? Well, to answer that question, I have to take you through the phases of developing an app. And please note that any numbers I mention in this video are only based on my own personal pricing, and thus it might be cheaper or more expensive depending on who's developing it and where is it being developed. So, the phases are, now phase number one is validation. And that's where we take your idea to its target audience and see if it does solve a problem that they have and if there is an actual need for it. That can be an easy process such as a simple survey that you can do yourself in a few minutes plus a Facebook ad and a landing page, for example, or it might need a prototype of the app. From my experience, that phase ranges between nothing to $1,000. Phase 2 is monetization and strategy. Now that we have established that there's a need for it, we need to establish how it can be monetized and generate revenue. Now, there are a lot of ways to monetize an app, and they need to be done in the right strategy. Occasionally, for complex apps, you need a consultant to help you with that, but for most applications, it's pretty straightforward and it's done in the validation process. Phase number 3 is writing up the technical specifications document and drawing a mockup. That's a phase where we translate the business logic into technical words that you can then take to a developer to do your app. The cost ranges between $700 and $1,500 depending on the complexity of your application. Phase number 4 is doing the graphical design, the fun part. Colors, logos, and the look and feel of the app as the end result. That would cost usually between $500 to $2,500, and depending on how many pages are in the app. Phase number 5 and the final phase is finally developing the app itself. Because this is the first version, or as we call it MVP, minimal viable product, we need to cut down as many features as we can and develop the absolute minimum until we get feedback from the target audience, because you want to be spending your money in the right direction, and then modify accordingly and launch the second version and so on. Again, speaking from experience, an MVP usually costs around $5,000 to make. So, to sum that up in numbers, and again, that's my own pricing, so it might be cheaper or more expensive depending on where you go, and actually depending on when you watch this video as well. The total cost you get to get your idea into an app going through all these phases can go between $6,000 and $15,000. Check out the webinar that will be on this Wednesday, the 14th of June at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, where I'll go through each of these phases in deeper detail, and you can ask me any questions and I'd answer them live. For now, stay tuned for the next Q&A next Monday and enjoy your week. Thanks for watching.